Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please? Good evening and welcome to Top 40 Under 40. Before we begin tonight's event, it is important that we start with an acknowledgement of the land that we are privileged to share. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may have your attention, please. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, and the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. And it is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. Thank you for joining us for tonight's presentation. And now please welcome to the stage your host for the evening, anchor at BNN Bloomberg, Mr. Jon Erlichman.
Hi. Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening. You ever notice everybody near the bar is a little bit louder than everybody over here? It's all good. You guys might want to go over there too at some point. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome to the Toronto presentation of Canada's Top 40 Under 40 for 2021. Not only are we excited to be seeing all of you, this is nice to be back in person, but there are also some wonderful folks joining us on a live stream on Zoom. We never say goodbye to Zoom, even if we get back out into the world. So hello, wherever you are watching this evening. Actually, I've had the privilege of being involved with this wonderful event for several years. I was coming tonight. I saw somebody who weighed me down, and we started talking. I said I was coming to the event, and he's from the class of 1994. And I think for those of you who are going to be honorees tonight, this is a wonderful community, and this is going to be very exciting. So it's nice to have everybody here. As you probably know, the Top 40 is a Caldwell Award, which is generously supported by our many sponsors. Without them, this would not be possible. So we'll say a couple of quick thank yous tonight. Our presenting partner is PwC. Our national partner is Gluskin Chef. There you go. Please, woo-woos and shout-outs are totally welcome, folks. Our media partners are National Post, as well as BNN Bloomberg. Our travel partner, which I'm sure you're all getting out and about these days, Air Canada. Our event partner is Ergocentric Seating Systems, and you'll find their chair right over there. And our fact checking and verification is done by Inline Research. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to also thank some of the wonderful people who are going to be helping me get through this evening. So please welcome to the stage the National Managing Partner Business Units for PwC Canada, Lana Payton. Lana.
Thank you so much. And first of all, let me say congratulations to everybody today. I'm so delighted to be here tonight and, of course, to represent PwC Canada at such an amazing event. Our vision at PwC has always been to create leaders, both at our own organization, at other organizations, and in the communities that we thrive in. And I think that this aligns so well to the Top 40 Under 40. After all, great leaders really do inspire other leaders. Canada's Top 40 consists of some of the most remarkable young women and men, experts who are dedicated and passionate about their work and their communities. If what they have already accomplished is any indication of what is yet to come, we can only imagine what we will see. PwC Canada embraces awards like the Top 40 because recognition leads to confidence as you grow in your career. Receiving an award tells each of the Top 40 and others who might be watching that they can be bold, they can be mindful, and that they have much success ahead of them as they contribute in a meaningful way to Canada's economy and to our society at large. So, to our Top 40 honorees, your success deserves to be celebrated. And I've had the chance to meet and speak with some of you already tonight, and I have to say, I am impressed. What you've accomplished through your work, your long hours, your studies, your care, your determination, your imagination, and support is truly incredible. Your success has taken intelligence, fortitude, and diligence. You're joining a family of high-profile alumni who will continue to strive, build, and who take the time to mentor the next generation. And I have no doubt that you will too. So big congratulations again to you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Lana. Recognition does breed confidence. I think that is very true. To be reminded of the great work that everyone does. It's wonderful. It's also my pleasure to introduce the managing partner for Toronto at Caldwell, Jeff Freeborough, to say a few words as well. Jeff.
Thanks. Good to be live this year for a change, which is great. Tonight, we honor our next generation of leaders of business, of research, of social progress. They each embody the originality, innovative spirit, and work ethic that make Canada such a great place to live and thrive. We are here to celebrate them and the future they are building. The selection process that led to this celebration began with the nominations of great young leaders by people who value their work. Their accomplishments are scrutinized and verified. The reference letters are read and absorbed, and the records of vision and innovation, leadership and impact, and influence and social responsibility are assessed. Over 1,000 are nominated from every field and endeavor, and hundreds submit material for consideration. Close to 100 of the nominees are met by Caldwell and PwC, and then 40 are selected by the Independent Advisory Committee. I want to thank and congratulate the advisory board who give so generously of their time and insight in choosing the year's top 40. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of the important guests we have here tonight. Several of our top 40 honorees from year 2020. As we all know, in the 2 years during the pandemic, we couldn't gather to celebrate like we're doing here tonight. So while our 2020 honorees were presented their awards and attended their celebrations virtually, we do want to welcome them tonight, and we're thrilled to have a few of them here. So let's all give them a hearty congratulations as well. Thank you all for coming tonight, and enjoy the evening.
You didn't steal my papers there, Jeff, did you? So I try to stay smooth until I lose my spot in the script. By the way, if you got stuck on this side and you didn't realize that the bar is over there, if you need to walk through, it's okay. It's okay. So it's a wonderful event space as well. This is really cool that we do this year. I'm going to continue with some thank yous as well. Obviously, thank you, Jeff. And a big thanks to Michelle Jersa. Where's Michelle? There she is. And Jackie Kurlovich. All stars, the top 40 team who manage all aspects of the program, the nominations through the selection process, the media recognition, all of the related events. So huge thanks to them. And I want to also welcome to the stage, representing the more than 800 top 40 alumni that I was talking about earlier. It's quite an impressive group. Maya Roy, the Director of Program and Partnerships at the Institute for Change Leadership, and Andrew Oliver, President and CEO at Oliver and Bonacini Hospitality.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? Good. Andrew and I, as alumnus, would like to welcome your class to the Top 40 program. Wanted to just very quickly take this time to share gratitude for this particular program and really being inspired by all of your leadership and work, whether it's the donors or the sponsors or the staff who've worked to make this event possible. One of the things I really appreciate about the Top 40 community, and that's why I'm just so excited to meet all of you and colleagues like Andrew, is just what a supportive and empathetic and collegial community this is. At the height of the pandemic, I'm class of 2019. One of my colleagues that I met through the Top 40 program, Rahul Singh, who is the executive director of Global Medic, at the height of the supply chain and PPE shortages, Rahul and I were actually able to collaborate to get gallons of PPE and masks out to 34 shelters for women experiencing abuse across Canada, and also shelters in the Arctic. So that's, thank you. I'm sure Rahul won't mind, but that's the kind of partnership and dynamic engagements that we have. And at the time I was CEO of YWCA Canada, and when they had reached out and received their donations of PPE from Rahul's team at Global Medic, they said, Maya, not only was it incredible that we were able to get masks and hand sanitizer in the north, in the Arctic, but they also talked to us about United Nations World Lentils Day, and we're really excited, and now we're partnering. So you never know what can happen. You never know what kind of conversation can happen for change or social impact, and very much grateful for this space. Andrew, you and I were chatting about our mutual experiences, and also wanted to ask you, how do you feel that the Top 40 has also shaped your leadership journey or your experiences?
Yes, so thank you so much all for coming. It's amazing to be in an in-person event. I'm, as mentioned, Oliver Bonacini. We are one of the largest event producers in the country, which became extremely challenging during COVID, given it became illegal overnight. In our 30-year history at Oliver Bonacini, we never faced a crisis quite like this. It was an existential threat to our entire industry. Within 72 hours, I was forced to lay off temporarily thousands of employees and 99% of our staff, myself included. We went from how do we grow and continue to support the communities we work in, to how do we survive and provide any employment we could for those that we knew worked for us that didn't know where their next meal came from. I was mid-selection process when COVID hit. And so for me, winning and becoming one of the honorees was huge, because the selection committee had to take a big chance that I'd be around, or my business would be around by the time things got back to normal. During the pandemic, having become an honoree was the peak among peaks at the end of the day, in the depths of darkness of the valleys that my industry and myself found myself in. And it allowed me to smash through the walls, the barriers, and everything that COVID threw at us, wave after wave after wave after wave and wave. And so what I hope you'll all get here is that you are joining a ridiculously small group. It's 800 people in the entire country of 40 some odd million. And it is, I find it an unbelievable honor to be part of that group and to be amongst all of you. And I hope that, if the last 2 years have shown me anything, is unbelievably important to celebrate the peaks. Because as we can see now, despite COVID kind of being behind us, there's rough waters ahead, and it'd be great to be able to celebrate these peaks. And I hope and congratulate each and every single one of you. And I hope you celebrate tonight and maybe after at some bars and restaurants in Toronto. Congratulations and welcome to the club.
So an extremely supportive network, that is true. And I think what you'll find tonight, as you learn some of these amazing stories of the honorees, the uniqueness of everybody who is an award winner tonight brings together just such an amazing group of people. So thank you, Maya. Thank you, Andrew. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Bruce LeBoeuf, the Managing Director of Client Wealth Management at Gluskin Sheff, to join Lana Patton for the first round of the presentations. They are going to be positioned over here. These are the, I need some kind of music I could do on the crystal cubes, like, Anyway, they're really cool. So I'll just, there's a little bit of housekeeping. I'll just explain it. We are going to announce in alphabetical order the names of the top 40 that are here tonight. Hopefully you got some cues on what group you're in, because we're going to have a first group and a second group. If you are a group 1 recipient, please start to gather to my right, basically kind of in that area, just generally speaking. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have you come up to get your award. There you go. Bruce got it. And we'll do a photo, and then you'll come on stage and we'll ask a quick question. We'll learn a little bit about you, and then we'll continue through. Any questions? Any questions? I see people moving. Okay, good. This is good. This is good. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, excellent. I'm just going to get started because I think everyone's in good shape here, and I can see Guy's ready to go. He's ready to go. He's ready first in the. Okay, so for our first award recipient tonight, please welcome Guy Amini, who is the president of Dental Corp, Canada's largest and fastest growing network of dental practices. Guy, please accept your award here from Bruce and from Lana. Dental Corp's business, in terms of the growth, the business doubled in size, and then it was taken public in the largest healthcare IPO in Canadian history. So very exciting. We got to cover it on BNN Bloomberg. Did you get your photo? Come on up. Come on up. All right. Guy Meany, everyone. Congratulations. So we're going to ask just a quick question, and one of the things that, and we covered your business at BNN Bloomberg, the fact that you've been building this business across the country. What were some of the things that you learned along the way about what you need to actually make that happen? Infrastructure in terms of the growth.
Thank you, John. Just very quickly, I turned 40 a couple weeks ago, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed on this stage. Very quickly as well, thank you to Caldwell, the sponsors, and congratulations to all the honorees. John, it's a great question. I wish I had the answer fully baked, but we're always learning. I'd say for us, having growth sustainably, predictably was a byproduct of having amazing people who are armed with actionable intelligence. So overinvest in your people, you never invested enough, and overinvest in technology that gives them the data they need to make the decisions that they can to capitalize on the opportunities that your business inevitably has. So thank you again for the questions. And thank you for the honor. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Guy. Also, I have this molar. No, sorry. So I'm going to try to use this. Is that working? That's good. Can you hear me on that? Yeah, we're good. Okay. I'll use both. I can't get enough of the mics. Okay, we're going to continue on. I'm going to speed things up. Dr. Megan Azad. Congratulations. Oh, she's okay. She's already there. Wonderful. Co-director of the Manitoba Interdisciplinary Lactation Center and associate professor of pediatrics at the University of Manitoba. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good. So interdisciplinary research, in terms of the amazing work that you have done, tell us about why that was something that really allowed you to have some pretty amazing findings.
Absolutely. Thank you. You mentioned I'm a co-director, and I want to shout out to my co-director, Natalie, who's in the audience. So interdisciplinary research by definition means team research. So we have people from all sorts of disciplines working with us, Natalie being one of them. I think that's so important. So breast milk is this amazingly complex biological system that most of us take for granted. It's really the original superfood, but it's also medicine. And so that means we need scientists, we need doctors, we need educators and politicians, because supporting breastfeeding is a societal responsibility. It involves education of society as a whole. So we need all sorts of people working together to support breastfeeding and to understand that magic of breast milk to really help all babies regardless of how they are fed. And so that's a pretty fun thing to spend your life doing. And I really appreciate everyone who's a part of it. And I want to congratulate all the fellow nominees today and Caldwell for this event.
All right, we're going to continue. And we're here to celebrate and meet new people. Of course, if you have your own champions, we have a mosh pit here. You can come up close. Candace Borland. Candace is president of Anomaly, providing marketing, business, and communication solutions with offices in Los Angeles, New York, Toronto, London, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Shanghai. Congratulations to Candace. And she has gotten some photos there. All right. Congratulations. All right, looks good. So Anomaly provides business solutions beyond standard marketing. So you have these breakthrough outcomes for clients and really actually different ways of reaching consumers. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Definitely. I was looking to find an example, and with a name like Anomaly and a pretty interesting mission, you can just imagine that like it's probably every example we have. But I thought I'd go with a Canadian favorite, which is beer and hockey. And it's also near and dear to our heart because it was our founding client in Canada. We're celebrating 10 years of a partnership. So a great example of a breakthrough campaign is the Budweiser Red Light. So 10 years ago, our client came to us and said, you know, to really win and become the #1 beer brand in Canada, we have to win in the hockey occasion, obviously. So we decided, without the sponsorship of the NHL, to attach ourselves to the culture of hockey, not just the business of hockey. And so giving that some more thought, it was like, you know, what do we do? How do we do this well? How do we do this credibly? And we decided that we would act like a billionaire superfan. So we were like, you know, if we were a billionaire superfan, what would we do? What would we provide to consumers? And we decided to democratize the best moment in hockey, which is the goal celebration. So we took the iconic goal light and mass produced them and made them syncable to your favorite team and sold them to consumers. So we created the Budweiser Red Light. There's now millions around North America, in millions of homes, and we quickly became the brand most associated with hockey in the country and the #1 beer brand in Canada. So that was a 10-year campaign, which has also allowed us to do a lot of purpose-led things. You know, most recently, a campaign we're incredibly proud of, which is the partnership with the HDA, the Tape Out Hate campaign. I'm not sure if any of you have seen it, but it's hockey tape that you can buy at Canadian Tire, actually. And it's in support of eradicating racism in Canada's game.
Thank you so much, Candace, and congratulations to you. I wish we had the red light
Yeah, I know.
here, you know? I know. Well, we know who to call. Congratulations to Candace. Janice, okay, you're good. Janice Chavala, welcome to the stage. Janice is the CEO of the Assembly of First Nations, where she oversees and monitors the development, implementation, and evaluation of AFN strategic and operating plans. Congratulations. So you have a background in education and policy, and you're working on some pretty remarkable things. How did that influence your training? How did that influence what you're doing every day right now?
Thank you so much for the question. I just want to say today I honor that we are on the traditional and unceded and unsurrendered territory of the Mississaugas of the New Credit. I also want to say I'm over 40 now, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be up here. But I want everyone to take a look around the room. I want everyone to look at each other. Imagine a world where only 1 in every 3 of us graduate high school. Imagine a world where we are funded and treated differently because of our skin color, our culture, our language, our traditions, and our postal code. This is the Canada that First Nations live in right now. This is what we're dealing with right now. The old system ensured that only 1 in every 3 First Nation students, on average, graduated from high school. Broad reformative change was needed, and sustainable funding measures combined with First Nations control over education was just the starting point. It will take us 10 years to see significant improvements to student outcomes as education systems are currently rebuilding, rerouting their vision, missions, and goals to reflect a First Nations holistic, lifelong learning approach. Today, I got to sit with the Honorable Murray Sinclair. He said to me, and he said to all First Nations, education got us in this mess, and education will get us out. I accept this honor today on behalf of the million First Nations people in Canada who have survived, who are resilient, and who are here today with me, showing that we too deserve a Canada full of everything else that everyone else in this room gets to deserve, because we too matter. And so I thank you. It's such an honor, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you very much. Jacqueline Cook. Jacqueline Cook, Chief Operating Officer at Vendasta. Congratulations to you. Vendasta is a platform for companies to market, sell, and deliver digital products and services to 5.5 million small and medium-sized businesses. And you have been involved with raising awareness and raising capital for a very exciting Saskatchewan story. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So like, I think, woo, token first tech IPO in Saskatchewan. That's really exciting. But I guess, yeah, well, there's more to that story I'll tell you about. But turns out people don't really care that we're from Saskatchewan. Investors kind of just care about business fundamentals and all the not so sexy stuff about raising capital. But what they do care about is the problem we aim to solve. And that is we think the way businesses, especially small businesses, buy and implement technology is fundamentally broken. And the cool thing is that we never would have had that insight if it weren't for being located in Saskatchewan. And it was because we didn't have access to customers, we didn't have access to capital. We were forced to come up with a unique way of partnering with companies who had existing relationships with businesses, telcos, media agencies, newspaper companies, MSP providers, and that would then form what Vendasta is today. And so from the marketing agency who implements our technology to help with websites or SEO, all the way to the largest telco in South Africa, connecting their 16 million consumers with 500,000 SMEs. We got that because we are kind of a bunch of prairie hicks and we're forced to be resilient about it. So to all of my honorees, our honorees tonight, you've inspired me in these last 5 months more than you'll ever know. And I'm excited to follow your paths over the next decade. Thank you.
Congratulations to Jacqueline. Jonathan Davey. Jonathan is Vice President of Indigenous Financial Services. You can absolutely applaud at Scotiabank, and he's responsible for community and business partnerships and commercial, retail, and small business banking, as well as wealth management. Jonathan, congratulations to you. And we just had some impassioned comments earlier. You started a program for First Nations leasehold financing. Can you talk to us about how that came together and what it has opened the door that didn't exist before?
Thanks, John. And thank you very much for this honor. And I want to start by acknowledging and saying thanks to Janice for her powerful words. What a lot of people don't know is that if you're First Nations and living on reserve, you can't use your assets as collateral, which makes getting access to capital very difficult. So with the First Nation leasehold financing program, the intent here was to leverage leasehold interests over any land tenure system that's Indigenous under any of the registries to help combat that. But really what I'm proud about, John, is the fact that Scotiabank adapted its practices, it allocated resources for something that was exclusive to Indigenous peoples, helping them and helping us access capital. So in a small way, if more non-Indigenous organizations do that, we get a little bit closer to reconciliation. And for me to fulfill my personal obligation to the Indigenous community, I feel that this is something that takes me maybe one step forward. So I just want to say thank you to Caldwell and thank you to PwC and the other sponsors for this great honor. And my dad is here tonight, and I just became a dad recently, and I'm starting to realize how hard it is. So he's not under 40, but I'm going to share this with him tonight. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Jonathan. And thanks, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Vincent Giove. Congratulations, Vincent. Vice President, owner, and COO of Rustic Foods, manufacturer frozen and fresh pizzas, focaccia, artisanal breads, very successful. Talk to us a little bit about using technology to really enhance the delicious food that you produce.
Sure, thank you. Growing up, I've always enjoyed manufacturing and equipment, so much so that my favorite TV show was How It's Made. That was what drove me to become where I am today. In 2011, I joined Rustica Foods, and my partners and I had the same goal in mind. We wanted to make the best product that no one ever made before. We wanted to mass produce a wood-fired pizza using state-of-the-art technology. We traveled Europe and North America in search of the best vendors that would believe in our crazy vision. Finally, in Italy, Germany, and Denmark, our dream of manufacturing wood-fired pizza became a reality. We were able to now produce 5,000 pizzas an hour, something that no one has ever accomplished before. Finally, we'd be able to bring home Italian bakery-style pizza and wood-fired pizza, typically only found in Italian bistros in Italy, to everyday homes. With our technology, we were able to modify recipes, change sheetings, temperatures, humidities. We even created an aging process where we'd be able to age the dough for 24 hours and use it the next day as a special ingredient. We modified our ovens to replicate a wood-fired pizza, burning pizza, without actually wood burning. Today, Rustica is positioned in a different category. I'll leave you with one last saying. There's a famous saying that money doesn't grow on trees, but with the technology created at Rustica Foods, we're now able to mass produce, we can create lots of dough. Thank you to Caldwell and all the partners. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Well said. Congratulations. Jesse Guth. Congratulations, Jesse. Jesse is the CEO of Avid Apparel, an industry leader in production and distribution of clothing and branded products. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about your demographic, your clientele, and what you learned from them on how they shop today and how you were able to capitalize on it.
Absolutely. So first I want to say, surrounded by this incredible group of 40 people, I joke with my friends that I was probably number 40 because there's no way that I fit in here. But yes, I started a company out of my dorm room many years ago. And in the years that I've been doing this, the consumer base has changed, no doubt, especially because of the pandemic. When I was a kid, I would come home from school, park myself on the couch and watch 30 minutes of TV at a time. And that's how we consume content. I had a closet full of maybe 4 brands, Old Navy, Gap, Nike. That's it. Times have changed, consumers have changed, and the Gen Zers and the millennials that we sell to have changed with the times. And the way we've capitalized on that is by finding out how they're consuming content, which is no secret. They're watching TikTok, they're watching YouTube, they're on Instagram. So what Avid does is partners with these influencers, the content creators, and creates brands that monetize their millions of followers and makes really cool clothing and cool branded products that unite their communities and their fans. So it's an honor to celebrate that and to celebrate with all you guys, and definitely a thank you to my family and my beautiful girlfriend. So thank you all.
Thanks, Jesse. Thank you. Dr. Siba Haykal. Dr. Haykal is a plastic and reconstructive surgeon with the University Health Network and an assistant professor at the University of Toronto. And her work focuses on cancer patients and victims of traumatic injury. Congratulations to you. Help us understand some of the innovative investigative work that you've done on how transplants could be successfully accomplished without anti-rejection medication and where this could take us. It's pretty remarkable work.
Thank you so much. So we developed a new device and a new method where we take donor tissue or a donor organ and we remove the cells. We put the cells of the recipient or the patient on this scaffold and we transplant it. And the goal is for the body to see it now as self. So why is that important? That's important because currently the way transplantation is done is with the use of anti-rejection medication. That can be very harmful. It can lead to a lot of complications, and such as infections and cancer. So our goal is to really create an off-the-shelf organ or tissue to make it personalized and also to make it readily available to all patients. Thank you so much for this honor.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Sarah Joyce. Congratulations to Sarah Joyce, Senior Vice President of E-commerce at Sobeys, and running Voila, the leading online grocery home delivery business. I see those Voila trucks everywhere. So you were creating this new brand, and there's a lot of tech, and you wanted this white glove service. And then, of course, you're doing it all in the middle of a pandemic. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Sarah?
Thank you so much. Yes, launching Voila in the middle of a pandemic was absolutely once in a lifetime. For us, the magic is exactly as you described. It's the combination of our technology and our teammates. Yes, we deliver our e-commerce orders from a robotic automated warehouse, but our teammates are the ones that our customers fall in love with. They're the ones that are delivering exceptional experiences every day. So for me, that's been the biggest ride. When I joined Voila, we were one person, and today we're 1,100 and growing. Everyone is so passionate and customer obsessed, so it's so inspiring to see. I similarly am here tonight with my husband and my dad. So when you say, how did you do it? I can't help but think it's all the love and support that I've had in my life. It's the same thing I try to provide to my teams and to my now 11-month-old daughter at home. So I absolutely want to thank the whole Top 40 organization, the Voila team, my family. It's an honor to share all of this with all of them and with all of you. So thank you.
Andrew Joyner. Andrew is Managing Director of Tricon Residential. He leads the Canadian rental apartment platform. He's responsible for setting strategic direction and growth development. And the rental world is a fascinating world. We all talk about housing. We all want affordability. Can you talk to us a little bit about the market that you've played a role in helping to build, and also in addressing this key issue that everybody's wondering about, housing affordability?
Sure. Firstly, just wanted to say thank you very much to the sponsors. It's been amazing to meet the other honorees. It's an amazing group of people, an inspiring group of people, and you guys make it all possible. And thank you very much. Look, I think in terms of what we're trying to do with rental housing in Toronto, it's build a different built form that's focused on end users. It's not tiny micro unit condo investors that are designed for, again, investors, not end users. Our units are 10% bigger. We focus on storage. We build family-sized units. We really prioritize amenities. Sarah, who just spoke, has been making our life very difficult because we have to make larger and larger parcel rooms, in particular for refrigerated, parcel deliveries. So thanks for that, Sarah. And look, I think, on the operation side, it's focusing on people. I think it's programming, it's cooking classes. O&B's hosted a bunch of great events in some of our buildings. It's, programming our gyms, our pools. It's a mobile app that allows people to communicate us and simplify their lives. So trying to do little things to focus on people and, in doing so, help solve our affordable housing issue in Toronto. So we've got about 1,200 units on the go that are affordable, anywhere between 20 and 50% of current market rates. And we work with all three levels of government to make that happen.
That's great, Andrew. Thank you very much. Jean-Philippe. Jean-Philippe Julien. Dr. Julien is a SickKids senior scientist, an associate professor at U of T, a leading researcher in immune functions at a molecular level for the design of next generation vaccines and immunotherapies. And I wonder if you can tell us a little bit about both your research and your business perspectives have informed how you think about all of this work and making sure that technologies are readily available everywhere. Obviously, there's a lot of perspectives you've learned over the years.
John, many thanks for the kind introduction. Thank you very much for the great question. My laboratory at the Hospital for Sick Children does research in infectious diseases. That's malaria, HIV and AIDS, as well as COVID, of course. Our view on technologies is that it's very hard to fit a square into a circle. So for technologies, for global access, what that means is that they need to be designed from the get-go to have the right requirements, to have the right properties. So that means surviving in arid conditions, means low doses to achieve maximum efficacy, and many other properties. So in our work, we try to align with funders who have that mission and vision, such as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as well as strategic partner, to engineer at the molecular level already from the onset these properties. So I'd like to thank Caldwell and its partners for recognizing that this work is important, and I'd like to give a heartfelt congratulations to all fellow awardees tonight for their recognition. Thank you very much.
Much. Congratulations, Doctor. And that is 12 of 24 presentations we're going to be doing. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, just a quick shout out to 2021 Top 40 honoree Michael Latta, who was planning to be with us tonight at the last minute. Unfortunately, was unable to make it, but I am told he is watching the live stream. Hi. From his home in Newfoundland. Michael's Vice President, Chief Legal Officer, and Corporate Secretary at Newfoundland and Labrador Hydro, where he's responsible for legal, governance, regulatory, and commercial matters. And let's do a quick congratulations for Michael remotely. All right. Sorry he couldn't be here. But congratulations. Okay, we're going to take a very quick break. You can mingle a little bit or get a drink, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes time for the next 12 honorees. Thanks a lot. Hi, everybody. I hope you got a chance to say hello, and please keep mingling too. But we are going to bring it down just a level as we continue to honor tonight's honorees. And we're also going to just switch things up a little bit in terms of the award ceremonies here. Jeff is still here. Jeff Freeborough is here for a return engagement of Caldwell. And also joining Jeff, please welcome Mr. Terry Cassidy, who is the founder and CEO of Ergocentric Seating Systems, who's also going to be handing out hardware. And he's got some hardware of his own as one of the sponsors, which we're deeply appreciative of. You can find the Ergocentric chairs right over there if you want to give them a seat. In addition to their national support of the Top 40 program, Ergocentric also provides a custom fitted chair to each and every one of our recipients. And they are manufactured here in Canada. So it is a wonderful Canadian business story. Is it possible to just bring it down just a little bit over there? The rowdy group. You see, everybody over here is always just more chill. I don't know, it has something to do with the fact that there is no bar here and there's a big bar over there. No bar over here and a bar over here. Okay. All right. I feel like a elementary school teacher. Please respect the first 12. Okay. All right, well, I'll launch into this and hopefully people will quiet down just a little bit, just out of respect for your fellow honorees. Okay, first up, please welcome Seema Lakhani, who is the Chief Product Officer at Wattpad. Wattpad is transforming entertainment and publishing using data-backed insights to turn Wattpad stories into books, films, and television shows. Congratulations to Seema. You can definitely give your applause to Seema. Congratulations. And Wattpad using cool technology to unearth news stories. Tell us a little bit more about the work that you've done.
Yeah, so the question originally was around AI, artificial intelligence, and storytelling, which is interesting because I've never been asked about those two topics in the context outside of science fiction. But very much in our world, AI is a really important technology. But just like any technology, AI can be used to improve, to clarify, to help people, but it can also be used to obfuscate and to oppress. And so it's all ultimately about how we use the technology that determines its potential. And so the same is true within the context of the business of storytelling, where ultimately the data that AI uses is built off of human behavior. And as we all know, human behavior is not exactly an objective truth. It has plenty of biases built right into it. And so when it comes to building AI and it comes to applying it to the business of storytelling, we can continue to perpetuate the same old stories, the same old voices, the same old biases, or we can actually use it to actually pull out marginalized voices and elevate those and amplify those. And I think the best, most successful businesses will understand that. And then maybe we can avoid a Skynet future.
Indeed. Well said. Congratulations. Isaac Langleben Congratulations to Isaac, who is the CEO and co-founder of Open Farm, which is a premium pet food brand. And it is a company on a mission to deliver exceptional pet nutrition while also driving a positive impact on animals and the planet. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. We've got a customer. Did you hear that, Isaac? We got a customer right over here.
I'll send you a discount code.
Congratulations. Tell us a little bit more. I mean, you're a startup story, but you also decided you weren't just going to focus on Canada, that you had US ambitions as well. Tell us a little bit more about your journey.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you very much. And I'm so sorry for stealing your award. Seema, a good start. I'd say Open Farm, we're all about better nutrition, better health for pets, and about building a more sustainable supply chain that could really change the way our industry operates. And so for us, our first mistake was we wanted to be everywhere, and we learned the hard way that that might not be a good strategy. I think in the US, the biggest thing we've learned is that it's not one market, it's really many regional, small local markets, and you need a strategy that will actually work in each one to be successful. I think the truth is with this question, though, I still get it all the time. And when we were starting, it was the biggest challenge we got from investors, from customers, is like, how can a Canadian brand succeed in all these global markets? And I think it was part overconfidence and part, we were making some bad decisions, but like we just felt with great people, we have amazing talent in Toronto and Canada, like we could innovate, we could compete. And it's something I'm so passionate about. Even being in this room makes me more confident, like the amazing things this country has. Please just keep encouraging entrepreneurs to enter new markets, to take the leap, and to bring the amazing things Canada has to offer to the world. So thank you.
Congratulations. And for anyone with pandemic puppies, Isaac is giving away discount codes all night. Rob Marsh, the president and chief agent of Liberty Mutual Canada, which is responsible for people, strategy, growth, profitability, and overall performance. Rob, congratulations to you. Thank you. And a round of applause for Rob. So you have been a leader in your industry of insurance, which some might say is not seen as the most cutting edge or innovative industry, but you actually have, what gives? But you are passionate actually about changing that narrative.
No, thanks, John. It's a good question. Would you believe then, or would your question change if I believe this since I was born, that I wanted to be in the industry?
Seems like a bit of a stretch.
Seems like a stretch, yeah. Well, more people should. I'm really grateful, first of all, and thank you for this honor and this award. I'm fortunate to be in an industry that actually, at the end, is one of the most socially responsible products. And that socially responsible product of protecting people and helping people lead more secure and safe lives. And it's one of the things I'm really passionate about, both at my current role at Liberty, but in general, really attracting more people to the industry that has one of the broadest lenses on the economy and really truly does protect small, large business and consumers. I think one other thing I just wanted to add is the reason that's kept me in the industry is people. And for the same reason, I'm so grateful to join this new family of people. We've already had some great experiences as a top 40 group. I look forward to more. And I also want to just, say one more thank you to people, which is certainly my family and all those who have supported me, both back at home in the East Coast and now at new home in Toronto. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Matthew Mehrotra. Matthew is Chief Digital Officer at BMO Financial Group, focuses on the digital transformation at BMO and working with a $150 million annual investment portfolio. Congratulations on your award. So you have this sizable team, I believe, more than 350. So talk to us a little bit more about some of the things you've been working on to just make banking simpler, new experiences for customers. What are some of the takeaways that you can share with us tonight?
Thanks so much, Sean. We're really focused on a lot of different experiences, as you can imagine, but the experiences I'm most passionate about are those that are focused on helping our customers make real financial progress. So this is a huge range of experiences, but you can imagine these are hundreds of millions of insights that we deliver to our clients to help them improve their financial lives. Don't miss bills, don't run out of money in a way that's unexpected, improve your credit score, And it all really matters because it helps customers move themselves forward, which I think in today's day and age, we can all appreciate is really, really important, more important than it's ever been before. It's what makes me passionate about my work, what makes my team passionate about my work, and why I'm excited about what's to come. Before I close, I wanted to just say congratulations to all the honorees. Thank you to all the organizers so much. And thank you, of course, to my parents. One of my 4 parents is in front of the room right here recording. And thank you so much for everything. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Matt. And photo and video takers, you can come right up. You can do some like wide angles. You want to come, be creative, whatever. You want to go live on TikTok, whatever you want. Leon Ng. Leon Ng is founder and CEO of LNG Studios, which is a vertically integrated creative visualization agency, focuses on innovation, utilizing new technology for the real estate industry. And congratulations to you tonight. Tell us a little bit more about these really cool innovations that are having a real influence and how they might continue to change the industry.
First off, I just want to congratulate all the inspiring leaders here today, and thank you organizers for putting this amazing event together. To answer your question, since the pandemic, we've seen a digital transformation of our industry. Many of our immersive products and services reach tipping point. And I would say that. I'm going to turn you this way. Oh, okay. I think she's trying to get a good shot. All right, great. We're currently digitizing our presentation center experience, utilizing latest technologies such as VR, AR, and AI. And with the construction costs going up, we can see that there's going to be further adoption in digitizing traditional physical experiences for as long as the ROI makes sense. And lots of big companies are pouring billions of dollars into this, and Apple Glass is around the corner, so you should be excited for the future.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, Leon. Congratulations to you. Lee Ken Olawoye, who is the founder and CEO of Black Professionals in Tech Network Incorporated. Congratulations to you, which provides Black technical and business professionals high-level support for professional growth and career development. Talk to us a little bit about building a business that was really focused on people first, as opposed to what the company wants, but the abilities of the people that you're representing.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to Canada's Top 40 Under 40. It is incredible to be in a room with such incredible people. I am Lee Can. Why did we start BPTN as a company? I want you to just take a glance on your left shoulder and your right shoulder really quickly. Don't be awkward about it, right? As you look around, you see a few people that look like me. But you see a room of decision makers, folks that hire a lot. Many companies say there's not enough Black talent. And they say there's not enough talent, therefore they cannot find people that look like me. And we started our company and we said, we're not at the same watering hole. We don't drink at the same places. We don't hang around in the same places. We hire not who's best for the job, but the person we know best. So we started our company with that premise. How do we bring supply closer to demand? And how do we bring demand closer to supply? So we built UpCity, our global platform, to enable supply to meet demand. And over the last 3 years, we've grown the company to over 60,000 members across North America. We did 7 million this year in revenue, 100% bootstrapped, right? And we've built something incredible simply because we focused on the pain point. How do you bring supply closer to demand? And that is BPTN. So thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you very much. Dr. Teresa Persner. Congratulations, Dr. Persner, a neurosurgeon. You were with UHN when selected for the top 40. She's now with Queens. She has a special interest in neuro-oncology and is the founder of Cerebelli, a baby food designed to support the nutritional needs of early brain development. Congratulations again to you. So you've accomplished bench to bedside translation in both the clinical and consumer worlds, treating pediatric brain tumors and developing cerebellar. So maybe you can talk about comparing those experiences. It's very impressive work.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I think the difference is when you're doing therapeutics, especially for kids, it requires a very high level of scientific rigor and transparency and accountability that's simply not demanded in the consumer product good world. That being said, I think what has set Cerebelli apart from the very beginning is that I brought precisely those values to a baby food company. And it wasn't easy, required the right team and the right partners. But I think ultimately it was those pillars that has allowed us to grow just so darn quickly. So I actually co-founded Cerebelli with my brother, and he's not here today, but my mom is. So thanks to my mom for creating siblings who get along well enough that they can go through the pressure cooker of a startup and come out stronger. So that's no small feat, so thanks.
Congratulations. Salima Ramtula, who is congratulations. Vice President of Operations and Corporate Strategy at Leith Wheeler Investment Council, focuses on organizational planning and operationalizes the independent investment manager's strategy. So you have I understand, a three-prong approach, which you can explain, but it involves, when it comes to change, but slowing down, get people on the inside, and then exploiting paths of least resistance when it comes to having cultural change, cultural impact. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And first, I'd love to thank my family and all of the mentors and sponsors that make it possible for us to be here together today, where I am so in awe. Wow. The thing about culture is that it's shared, and every single person in the organizations that we are a part of contribute to it. So when we want to change culture, it is so important for us to get the buy-in of our colleagues. I found three things to be really critical in this respect. The first is to honor the status quo and really offer our respect to the people who got things to where they are. The second is to consult and solicit opinions and input from a diverse group of stakeholders, both to get others' skin in the game, as well as to ensure that you've got the best possible plan. Finally, you celebrate changes in the plan to make sure that everyone who's been a part of it feels part of the team. And so when you succeed, everyone basks in the glow of that success together. And this is what creates the momentum for more change. The words of wisdom I'd like to leave you with tonight are these: culture rhymes with vulture, and it eats strategy for breakfast. So it is critical when pursuing change to do so in a way that is culturally sensitive, even if it means slowing down in the beginning so that you can build that muscle and quicken up down the line. Thank you.
Congratulations, some very wise words. Thank you, Salima. Congratulations to you. Adam Siegel's coming on up. He's the CEO of Stork Craft Manufacturing, one of the fastest growing nursery furniture companies in North America. We got some baby food, we got some nursery furniture. All right. So you obviously have focused on where people are shopping, in store, online. There's a lot to think about these days when it comes to preparing the next marketplace. Maybe talk a little bit more about distribution and the evolution of the business.
Sure, thank you. Want to congratulate all the honorees tonight. It's a pleasure being in your, just being around all of you amazing people. It's inspiring. Thank you to all the sponsors as well. So distribution is a key word and a very timely word in the world today. I can't say I predicted the pandemic, but we were certainly well positioned for the growth in e-commerce from 2020 to 2022. And so, you know, the large part of where we distribute is in the US. I think in business and in life, a lot of people look within the four walls and what you're doing in your own company or in your own life. You have to think, you have to branch out and think about your customers, about your consumers. And so we open warehouses closer to our consumers. It's not just about the product, but it's about the speed to consumer. It's about getting products to consumers faster and damage-free. And proud to be here tonight. And I want to dedicate this honor to my grandpa who passed last week.
Thank you. And I'm sure he'll be very proud. All right, Sonia Senek. Sonia Senek, congratulations, Executive Director of the Creative Destruction Lab at Rotman, with a mission to benefit humankind through the rapid commercialization of science-based companies. Wonderful to have you here tonight. So this is a global effort, and there's a lot of focus on attracting the best and the brightest. What's that been like, and how do you keep things going? What is the plan to keep the talent coming?
Thanks so much. And thank you also for this incredible honor, to Caldwell, to PwC, to Ergocentric for the comfort of the home office, as well as for letting my parents sit at your display for this event. I want to say on the topic of attracting talent, it's really expanding. So this idea at the core of CDL is brilliance is evenly distributed, opportunity is not. And the difference in someone's trajectory, a researcher, an inventor, an ambitious person with a great idea, is just one person that believes in them, that sees that potential. That's what the program's all about. I want to say, I'm sure I speak on behalf of all of my fellow honorees here, that no one gets there alone. It has taken a village to get me to this point, which isn't 40 yet. And I want to say thank you to Ajay, the professor at University of Toronto, who took a chance on me as the non-obvious candidate for this incredible honor of being Executive Director at Creative Destruction Lab. Thank you to all of my coaches, my teachers, everybody who's raised me and coached me to get me here today. To my family, thank you so much. And to my amazing partner, I'm endless with gratitude for this evening and for the opportunity to stand in front of you today and share this moment with you. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Carolyn Stewart. Carolyn Stewart is Executive Director of Feed Ontario, which supports a network of 132 direct member food banks and 1,100 affiliated hunger relief programs that serve more than 500,000 people in Ontario. So congratulations to you. And one area that you obviously think about and inform people around, food banks, extremely vital in emergency situations, but the issue of solving hunger and poverty is one that we have to tackle in a bigger and deeper and more meaningful way. Maybe you can talk to us a little bit about the work that you do and some of the learnings you can share with the room.
Thank you so much. Thanks to Caldwell and to PwC, and congratulations to my fellow honorees. I'm so proud of the work that Feed Ontario and our network of food banks does every single day. But as you've said, we are not the solution to poverty. Last year alone, over 500,000 people visited food banks in our province, and that number continues to grow. And that will not change without meaningful change. So the only way to truly eliminate the need for food banks in this province and in this country is by good public policy. Those changes are needed immediately and can provide income supports to people who need it, whether that be through improving social assistance programs, investing in affordable housing, which I know we already spoke about earlier today, or even improving our workforce through good labor laws or worker support programs. Those investments immediately can make meaningful change for Canadians. And I know, and I can speak from behalf of our whole Canadian network, food banks would love to be out of business, especially if that meant Canadians were not only surviving, but thriving in our daily lives. So I think everyone in this room is already making meaningful change, and I know collectively we can impact our communities.
Thank you very much, Carolyn. And Mayan Ziv, founder and CEO of Access Now, a mobile app and digital platform empowering people with disabilities to live more independently, providing accurate worldwide accessibility and information. Congratulations to you. And we were hoping you could share a few thoughts on the importance of creating awareness around that key issue of accessibility.
See if I got it. I think I got it from you, John. Okay. All right. So I made it on the stage. So growing up, I didn't really see a lot of people that looked like me. There weren't a lot of role models. Not a lot of business leaders, not a lot of politicians, definitely not a lot of people in movies and TV and magazines that had visual representation of disability. And looking around today, there's still some lacking representation of disability. And so the work that I do is really about recognizing that gap. It's not because there aren't incredible people with disabilities in all fields, but that the inaccessibility of our world, the barriers that prevent people from reaching their full potential are everywhere. Every day when I leave my home, I'm facing barriers, steps, makeshift workarounds. And in general, a lack of accessibility stops people every day from just living their lives. So that's really, what I think it's the magic behind accessibility. It's the potential and ability to empower every single person with or without a disability to achieve more. And so I'm really excited to be here on the stage, and I look forward to seeing more people with disabilities on the stage soon. Thanks.
Stay here. We're going to bring everybody up. We're actually let's bring everybody. Yeah, let's do it. Let's come on up. To all our honorees tonight, come on up. I think we're going to get ready for a good photo opportunity here. I can take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on up. Okay, good. Okay, another round of applause for all of our top 40 under 40 honorees. Just a little bit of quick housekeeping. You can read all about the honorees in the Financial Post magazine. There are lots of copies available, so be sure to pick one up. And a final thank you again to all of our sponsors tonight. And please stay with us, mix, enjoy yourselves, and have a chance to mingle with all our future leaders. Thanks again, everybody.